I do eat fried fish, wild-caught flounder, porgies, and whitings. And when you fry it just right, now I don't know why I'm getting anointed on fish here now. You hear me? When you fry that thing just right, and you go to bite into it, and I need some salt on this. I know too much salt is not good for me, but I can't taste this thing without any salt at all. It needs some flavor. Do you hear what I'm trying to say? Just like you have been to a church, everything was wonderful. Everything was beautiful. Everything was pretty. The carpet was nice. There was not a spot anywhere, but there was no flavor anywhere in the church. The pastor was dry. The singing was dry. And the people were dry. Jesus said, "You're the salt of the earth." And God knows if you're dry in the church, how are you going to be on your job? Nobody knows you're a Christian. Nobody knows that God is your Lord. Nobody knows that how you can survive this horrible economy and not be depressed and have a quarter in your pocket for lunch and still sing because you're happy, sing because you're free, because his eye is on the sparrow and you know he watches over you. You can do that when you're the salt of the earth. And that is a message we're to take to the world, that our life does not consist of the things that we own, but the joy and the peace and the solace that we have coming from the Lord Jesus Christ. Give God a praise and an offering. We are the salt of the earth. And so my final point is pass the salt, pour the salt, share the salt, give the salt. But if the salt is left out too long in the wrong element, and you know I go up to my little special place every summer, and we had some salt that was up there for a year. Just like y'all got it in your cabinets too. It's a year old. But you figure salt doesn't spoil. And it doesn't. Salt never spoils. It just loses its taste. You could eat salt 20 years old. Actually, that's what y'all do in the restaurants. You just don't know it. You can eat salt 20 years old, and it won't make you sick because there's no infection in it. It just has lost its flavor. The songwriter says it don't mean a thing if it ain't got that swing. Do what? And that's all I have to say. Jesus told me to tell Cathedral this morning that it's time. We heard the word of the Lord all week long. It's time to shake your shaker. And not everybody's going to appreciate the direction in which you shake your shaker, because when God starts shaking stuff, he shakes everything up. He shakes up your theology. I feel him right now. He shakes up everything that you thought was familiar and everything you thought you knew. He shakes it up. Brings in new people into the church, and you're wondering, what in the world, how are we going to handle those new people the same way we handled you when you came in here with your whole natural left cheek showing from a party 25 years ago and your whole left thigh showing on the front row. The same God that delivered you and the same God that saved me and the same God that brought you out of those 3 illicit relationships plus the man you were shacking with, and the same God that helped you get away from being a player, the same God that brought you out of drugs, the same God that got you off welfare and food stamps and now you're an executive, the same God that allowed you to go back to school, the same God that gave you hope when everyone said you'd be nothing, the same God that gave you the grace to hold your head up high, the same God that healed you of breast cancer when your family had already planned on burying you, that same God has not changed. Shake your shaker.